Hello again, my lovelies. I decided to do a second video tonight. I just kind of wanted to chat with you about medication and kind of where I am at the moment. Obviously the previous video was I'm really sorry, I've been really neglectful, babbled for about 10 minutes, so I'll probably touch on the babble again at some point. I don't really know where my head's at this week. Pain wise, I've actually had quite a bad week, and it's more so at night than during the day, and it's getting really frustrating. And I don't know whether you guys are the same, but what I'm finding at the moment is it's my time of the month, and I find that my pain gets really heightened. I'm also finding that I've got this really horrible taste in my mouth as well. It's been here for about 3 or 4 days. It's starting to really annoy me. Anyway, so I had to go off my patches for a couple of weeks because I was coming out in rashes, my skin was sweating underneath, so the patches were coming off, and I was scratching like mad because it was so itchy. So I came off them, and I was just taking my tramadol, but it really didn't do enough for me. It was not good at all. So I have now started back on my patches again, and already 24 hours later, and I want to rip my skin off. I can't understand why it's just all of a sudden, because I've been using these patches since last June, I think it is. I think it's last June anyway, but it's only been like in the last 2 months that I've started getting really itchy with it. I don't know whether my skin has just broken down and got more sensitive. I'm really not sure, but it's starting to get really frustrating. So I am trying to get back to see the pain clinic at the hospital so that we can see where we go from here. Pain management wise, because the tramadol just is not enough for me, and I can't go on tearing myself apart, especially because the patches are just coming off. After like day 3, I'm waking up in the morning and the patches may be on the bed because I have either scratched so much during the night or my skin has just sweated so much underneath it that the adhesive has just come away. But it has been really frustrating for me that way, because I'm trying so hard, as you guys know, to kind of get my life back on track and try and get some work done, and if I can't have my patches on, then it's going to be really tough trying to actually work. I actually did a course last week, a manicure and pedicure course. They were day courses, 1 day each, and I know as a person with fibromyalgia, we really shouldn't be getting massages, and I really want to emphasize that for you guys. I know it may seem like a really good idea at the time, to get a massage. It may help, and you know, a wee bit of pressure here, a wee bit of pressure there seems like it would really benefit you. Don't do it. No matter what, do not do it, because you don't know how your body is going to react until afterwards. Obviously whenever you're doing courses like this here, you practice on each other, and I kind of thought my hands would be okay, so I did the hand and arm massage on the other person, and the other person did it on me. Rest of the day fine, woke up the next morning still fine, there was no issues that way, so I thought okay. And I'd never had anybody massage my legs before. My husband would rub my feet for me, and that would kind of help my feet, so I thought it'll be okay. I never really thought that anything would come off it, but in a manicure you come right the way up the bottom part of your leg up to your knee, and there's a part where you massage around the knee, and it's to move fluid, and oh gosh, there's a part where it's moving stuff inside you, and that's whatever, it's gone from my head what it is. But anyway, it's a really lovely massage at the time, and I spent the rest of the day, my friend came over, we sat and we had a cuppa. I was fine that evening, you know, but I woke up in the early hours of the following morning, and I went to move to go to the bathroom, and all my days I could have screamed because the pain in my knees was so excruciating that I couldn't straighten my legs. I also couldn't bend my legs. When I went to put my feet on the ground, it was just a real searing pain through my knees. It was horrible, and I couldn't go out that day. Then I ended up having to stay in even though I'd made plans. The following day I pushed through. I had a client, but I kept having to stretch and try and adjust and everything. But it took me 3 days, nearly 4 days, to actually properly come round from the pain that was in my knees, because it was just so bad. And they're still not right now. And that was a week ago today that I had that massage done on my knees. As I say, my arms were fine, my hands were fine, feet, calves, fine, but my knees really, really did not take to it at all. And the problem with that is everybody's body's different, so you might think, oh well, I'll stay away from the knees then and maybe get something else. Be careful. Absolutely be careful. It may seem like a good idea at the time, but I don't recommend it to anybody, because you can do yourself so much more damage than good by getting a massage. So it's better to try and apply heat to where your pain is than trying to rub anything out. So that's that part. But as I say, the last couple of nights have been really bad pain wise, and it's mostly been in my shoulders. And last night and the night before were so bad that I actually kept just having to get up and sit on the bed and just try, and I don't know what I was doing, but it was just, I feel like I have something in my eye. I could not cope. It's been a long time since I've actually been in a position where I really just physically and emotionally could not cope with the pain any longer, and no matter what I did, I tried applying heat to it, I tried stretching it out, I tried lying in different positions, I took medication. I actually had tramadol on top of my morphine patch last night, but it took hours and hours before it started easing off, and it was horrible. I just could not get over how painful it actually was in my shoulder. The night before it was more in my hips as well. Now the pain was still in my hips last night, but it wasn't. It was more localized into my shoulder last night than it was the night before. The night before it was more all over. The night before last, I actually felt like my whole body was on fire. The pain was just searing through every bone in my body. It was horrible. Yet yesterday I didn't feel so bad. I rested. I'm really sorry guys, my nose is so itchy. Anyway, so I really just wanted to chat to you about that so that you know where I am pain wise. Not an awful lot has really changed with me in that respect. I'm still getting the same pains, the same places. I'm trying to get out and about a wee bit more without the aid of my walking stick. Even if it's just walking around to my mother and father-in-law's around the corner. It still makes me feel good that I actually have been able to get out and actually do that. Gosh guys, I'm so sorry about this. My nose is so itchy. So that's been really good as well, because using the walking stick actually puts a lot of pressure on my shoulders. So although it helps my hips and the small of my back, it puts more pressure on my shoulders, so it puts more pain there. So it's kind of, sometimes it's, helping one place but wrecking another. So unfortunately it's not always a good idea for me. But it has actually felt really good on the days where I haven't had to use it, and I felt okay. I'm not actually walking that much at the minute. I do need to get back out and do more walking and get my exercise back on. But I did overdo it. I was walking over 4 kilometres every night with the dogs, and as much as I loved it at the time, I totally overdid it and ended up totally wrecked for a couple of weeks. So I am being a wee bit more wise and cooling off, and I'm going to pick up slowly, and I'm going to be careful. I'm still adamant that I'm going to try running. I don't know how well that's going to go, but I'm certainly not going to start off running 4 kilometres. But we will see. So what are you guys doing? What's happening with yous? Where are you in your diagnosis process? How's your medication going? Keep me posted, guys, because I feel really out of the loop at the minute because I haven't been so active. I have kind of shied away. And I, even with the beauty side of it, I had a lot of videos where I've just been posting in advance because I haven't felt that great. So anyway, let me know how you're all doing. It would be really nice to hear from you guys. So anyway, I'm going to go, and I will see you all in my next video. Love you all. Mwah. Bye bye.